Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to import custom preset sounds that you've downloaded off the internet into your MiniFreak application as well as your MiniFreak synthesizer. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open your MiniFreak V application and import the sound presets. To do that, you just go over to this hamburger icon, click on it, say import, and then find the location where you downloaded your preset sounds to. In this example, I'll be using some that I downloaded from a site called Tone Pusher. These are some industrial style sound presets. So you just highlight the file. You'll notice that the extension is MNFX. Go ahead and hit open, and the presets were imported successfully. So the next thing you're going to want to do is open up the library where you can find the sound presets. Go over to sound banks. You see I have it in here twice because I had previously downloaded it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I don't need that. So I'll just go ahead and delete that, and it leaves the other one. So anyway, the next thing you're going to want to do is actually connect to the MiniFreak synthesizer. Make sure it's connected with the USB cable, and then it's powered on. And then go ahead and collect the link to MiniFreak. When you first do that, what the application is going to do is reach out to the synthesizer itself and see all the presets that are currently loaded on it. You'll also notice that now there's a MiniFreak icon over here. If you were to click on that, you could see all the different um, presets that you currently have installed. Right now I have 462, but if I, for some reason, wanted to restore this to factory or a previous, I guess a previous time before I had all these different sounds on there, I could just go to the factory backup, right click, and then say send to MiniFreak. Obviously, I don't want to do that, so click up here. Okay, so now that we're connected to the MiniFreak, and if this is the first time you're connecting to the MiniFreak, before you do anything, I would highly recommend backing up what you currently have on the synthesizer, just in case in the course of doing this you mess things up. It makes it easier to restore. So to do that, highlight the MiniFreak icon and then go over to the backup to computer. It will once again read what is on the MiniFreak synthesizer and then transfer it, well, I should say make a backup to this application itself. Okay. Now you'll notice if you go over to your backup section, there's a newly created backup. And this is a backup, obviously, of what you currently have on the hardware synthesizer itself. So one thing you can do before you go messing with any of these, if you wanted to go ahead, you could actually go ahead and export this backup um, to a location on your computer, just to have it saved in another location in case something goes wrong with the application itself. You go ahead and save it, and there you go, it's exported. All right, so now that we've made several backups and we put them in different locations, we're going to want to go ahead and add sounds to the synth itself. In order to do that, let's go up to um, the sound bank and find the sounds we want to import. In this case, we'll go ahead and use the MiniFreak. And you can see, I think there's probably like 30 or something like that. You can do these one by one, and I actually did this one. I was try and figure out how to do this. I did them one by one, but there's a way you can copy, you can highlight all of them and then move them over. So before you do this, what you're going to want to do is go to the location where you want to um, move these or import these presets. And then, which will be this, I created a backup and called it example. So this is before I added any sounds. And you'll see, okay, the last factory installed sound is at number 320. So I'll show you why this is important in a minute here. It makes life a lot easier. So go ahead and queue up the next available slot, which is 321. Go over to Sound Bank. Click on the sound bank you want to import. Go ahead and click on the top row. And then what you're going to want to do is press, and I don't know if you need to press and hold. That's the way I did it, and it seemed to work fine. So press and hold Shift, then scroll down to the bottom, and then click on that, and you'll see that it highlights everything. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go back up to the top, highlight the very first preset, click and hold with your left mouse button. Go over now to the backups, highlight, and now you see once you hover over it, it'll show you where you're going to put it. And this is why it's important that you queued up the first available slot, because then once you do that, all you have to do is then move over to the right and drop. Now, if you were to highlight one that you that's already on there like this, it will actually overwrite that. It will take those away. So that's why it's important to find the next available slot. Unless, of course, you don't want those sounds and don't care about them, then you can do that. And but for the purpose of this video, I found the first available slot, highlight, and then let go of the mouse button. So the whole time I was doing that, the whole time I was doing this, maybe actually use a different one. The whole time I was doing this, I was holding down on the left mouse button. So once again, Shift, highlight, Shift, hold the Shift button, click the last sound preset, go back up to the top, press and hold the left mouse button, move it to the left, highlight where you want to put it, and now you see if I were to do this, if I were to highlight these, it will go over top. It'll just erase what I just had. So you see why it's important to find the next available slot, because the ones that I put in there previously were just overwritten. Okay, so once you've done that, now the next step is to get them over actually to the hardware synth. And in order to do that, you just simply right click on the backup and say send to MiniFreak. Now, whatever you have currently on your synthesizer itself, once you send this, it will overwrite everything that's there. That's why it's extremely important to back things up, backing it up prior to doing anything. So, all right, so I'm not going to actually send this to the synthesizer. But if you found this video useful, please go ahead and subscribe and give me a like. I'm going to try to do more videos like this. And if you're interested, and I'll put links in the comment section. If you're into industrial and kind of cyberpunk style presets and sounds, go over to visit the tonepusher.com and then Ultimate X Sounds. They have some really good sounds. And Ultimate X Sounds actually has um, some regular, like kind of like bass, hip hop, techno kind of sounds. And they have more than just the MiniFreak as well. So Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and be on the lookout for more content.